Support for this podcast comes from the patrons at patreon.com/FMLFPL. Okay! Welcome to FMLFPL Milan.
It's Walsh.
Only one place to begin, my man.
Mets, baby.
Heim said, can we please get a Mets game recap today?
The good guys won. The New York Metropolitans did it. Going to Milwaukee. Postseason.
Love it.
Amazing.
Funny how all of the FPL and Jets game and everything just washed
all
away
the
with one
sadness. Yes.
Lin Dong in the ninth inning.
Yeah, all the sadness just evaporates and it's just pure, unadulterated joy and pleasure.
Your
That's what it
shirt's
does.
open, everything,
Shirt's
everyone's
open.
popping off.
We're flying.
God damn it, that was good.
Unbelievable.
Still wasn't.
You can't win the World Series if you don't make the playoffs. I realized that like a few years ago. Did you realize that?
Yeah. It's a huge
our
part
lifetime.
Of it.
It's our lifetime now. This year is part of our lifetime, so we could win this year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's go.
So how many listeners just like clicked off the pod? Or do we still have you? Do we still have everyone?
How are we doing FPL wise?
Let's pull up Team Walsh here.
Team Walsh. All right. So we took a cheeky like minus 30 with my 4 free transfers.
Yeah, I think minus 24 after the Semenyo 7-pointer.
Yeah, we don't know who I would have capped, but they were not free transfers. They cost quite a bit. Let's just put it that way.
Sometimes free transfers ain't free.
Yeah.
And freedom also ain't free, you know?
Yeah. But I ended up on 54, sold Palmer, sold Mo, had to get Holland in, and had a bad time. Had a really bad time.
Moving on.
That's it. That's all we got.
Wildcard Team Milan. Another red arrow on the bounce. 48 points. We both captained Saka.
Yep.
Wait,
Lost
I thought he
points.
had 3 bonus points. Oh, what happened?
I will not
enter.
engage conversation about the bonus points or the statistics used therein. Please see my attorney. Please see my barrister.
Oh my God. They're such fucking jokes.
It's a fucking joke. Do you play my game? Let me create as many opportunities for you to feel bad as I possibly can. And then if you feel bad, you may not submit a complaint to the complaint department because I don't have one. You can get fucked.
Yes.
And click more.
Like the fact that they have to put that in the fucking like rules. We will not enter into discussion around any of the statistics used to calculate the score for any individual match. It's like, okay. Eat shit.
It's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. God.
But, I did better than most wildcarders, to be fair. There's like the few wildcarders that got Palmer. They're on like 60 points because Palmer. And then there's the template wildcard, which is on like mid to high 30s. So I eclipsed that. So I'm happy with that, I guess. My team's good. We'll see how it goes. On the bonus points thing, there's also no league updates yet because the game isn't fully updated yet. And I don't even know. Bonus points might still change. Honestly, don't even know. They used to also do this tweet after the games, like bonus points are confirmed with like a fucking image or whatever. Don't do it anymore. So I don't know if they're done. There could be more diddling. No one knows. Mug is up for grabs as far as I'm concerned.
It's disgusting. The whole thing is disgusting.
Losing my voice a little bit.
Yeah, well, good. We've been potting for 4 minutes, so you're in good shape. Not
Jets
much time
game
left.
into the Mets game is too much for me.
Yeah.
All right, so actual only place to begin has to be with Palmer. Actual Palmer. Like, holy fuck. What the fuck?
The sickest thing is that he should have had more points.
1,000,000%.
He should have had 2 or 3 more returns.
he missed
Easily.
his best chances.
Best chance. Yeah, his best open play chances he missed.
So
one
like
in the second half after he already had the 4, that one was like way easy.
Yeah.
Ndot missed, Ndot will miss chances, but Ndot missed some real easy ones that he would have had assists. I mean, he should have had probably 5 and 1. He should have probably finished on like 30 some points. What is the actual takeaway from this? Like
that's what everyone asked. Yeah.
I'm at a loss because I fucking got him a few weeks ago. Like I've been having him. I've been having this guy.
Been having him.
And it's like you look at the fixtures upcoming and BHA, they're bad. BHA didn't expect, obviously, the Van Heckening to be displaced by an actual statue. Actual traffic cone comes in for Van Heckening, and they fall apart completely. And then Bart's just passing to the wrong team.
And he just stays on the pitch also.
Yeah,
I can't get over that. Because I watched the game live, and then I watched highlights, and I was like, wow, that's still Webster when it's 4 goals. He's conceded 4 goals, and he's still out there.
Yeah, Bart just looked confused because they wear blue. I don't know. He's literally just passing to Chelsea players every 15 minutes. He's just making a pass to a Chelsea player in his own third. Not like this is the kind of thing that you'd watch a game from a team like this, and like maybe he makes it one time in a game. He did it like 5 times. It was insane what he was up to. But I mean, the free kick was the best free kick I've ever seen in my life. You take it because he's so good, and he'll have that in his locker. He gets a pen. But I mean, the points were warranted, should have had more. But I just don't see how you extrapolate this out into the future. It's like we have all these picks. We have several picks that are all really good, and he obviously has all the same things going for him that he did a few weeks ago. Like when I got him, for example, right? I'm just like, oh yeah, he has like pretty good fixtures, whatever. They play open, and we've been talking about him having more point potential than Saka because of the way they play. We've been talking
about that for a year.
Yeah. We've been talking about how he's still probably underpriced at 10.5, and it really just comes down to me, I think it was just really bad luck because the fixtures fell in this very specific way where Arsenal have these exploitable ones, and
Arsenal have the best 2 fixtures possible in a league season, back to back.
Yeah, basically, and then
Palmer,
this just happens.
Comes off of a 6, a 3, and 8 in also pretty good fixtures. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to sell.
Yeah, I mean, I would have done it again. I would do it again. Like, if you gave me the same set of information, I'm like, I don't think I, personally, by getting rid of him, made a mistake. I mean, it made me feel way worse.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. Yeah, I mean, I also feel like, everyone's now all of a sudden, like, very urgently getting him in, and he has, still bad fixtures. So I don't think it's obvious. Like, I don't think it's everyone should have Palmer right now. Like, I think everyone will have him at some point. But the fixtures matter so much to me because he's not going to hit this again. Like, he's not going to hit a fucking 25-pointer. I mean, it's insane.
Wild. I mean,
it is his second quad return of the season, so maybe he will do it again.
Well, I mean, his season, he's played, 6 games. He has 1/3 of his games are blanks, 1/3 of his games are single returns, and 1/3 of his games are quad returns. What on earth is that? Like, I mean, he's weird because he's like, he blanks more than Saka. There's no question about that. Even last season, he scored fucking 250 points. He blanked more than Saka. I would guess. I don't have
Saka
the numbers
didn't blank
in front
this
of
week.
Me. Saka got max points, if I remember correctly, but I don't.
Still six returns and 6.
Yeah, but then at the same time, and Palmer has 3 hat tricks in a quarter of the minutes of Saka, who's never scored a hat trick. It's just like his ceiling. I mean, it's the only one that's at or above Haaland in the whole game. Yeah, the ceiling.
I mean, I think it's also just unfair to compare him to Saka. He's just better. He's just better.
But I'm only comparing because of the price. Like that's it's dictated because a lot of people made the same move as you, or everyone who wildcarded pretty much was going Saka over Palmer.
Because to me, it's strictly the fixture play. Yeah, that's all I was looking at. That's all I was thinking about is, okay, there's this 3-week window, Leicester, Southampton, home, Bournemouth. Yeah. This is strictly better than Palmer's 3. I have 50 free transfers. This is a bet I want to make that he's going to do better than him, and it has backfired spectacularly.
Yeah,
I still think that's a fine way to play the game.
I think it's a good way. I think it's actually a
okay.
good way to play, to go aggressively and try and get the hauls. It's just the haul went away.
This was a perfect storm. It was a perfect storm.
Perfect storm. Because I mean, Arsenal also could have scored fucking Saka, 7 goals.
I mean, same thing with Saka. I mean, he finished with 3 points. He could have had 17. I mean, he could have had 3 returns easily.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I lost a few points. Like,
I lost a few points, but overall, good.
Yeah. So it's just so aggravating.
Yeah. I mean, we just kind of like answered all of the questions, but I mean, basically, everyone's asking like, how much of Palmer's haul can we put down a Brighton's diabolical performance? And we're both kind of saying
also their first
ton of it.
Yeah. It's also their first fucking pen, of course, right after I saw him. God damn it.
Of course. Has to be. But then also, I mean, everyone's like taking hits to get him in right now. I think you look at the fixtures and there is a lot of green, and there's also away Liverpool and home Arsenal, and also one of the greens is home NFO, which I don't think is a good fixture. It's just still
home Newcastle is the best fixture.
Home Newcastle is that's scary to not own him there, but we might all own him there because that's the end of Arsenal's mini run.
I mean, that could easily be like, all right, I'll just get him.
9, Saka to Palmer.
Other than the Arsenal in 11, you can hold him for a really long time. I mean, that's probably
he's
the
a
move.
Season keeper at that point.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, that's probably the move. And the same thing with him. You know, it's other than this very little mini window of these 3 fixtures for Saka, like, he's just better. He's a better pick. He's not playing in Europe right now. I mean, maybe he'll play when they advance. I don't know. It's not close. So you should have a premium midfielder, and it should be him. Like, Mo already had a really good fixture run. Yep. He's fucking 35 years old, and they're about to play every 3 days.
Well, and their fixtures are insanely bad.
Yeah, their fixtures get a lot tougher.
They haven't played City or Arsenal yet. I mean, I think you can almost crystallize at this early in the season is like, has anyone played City and Arsenal or Liverpool? Like, those are the only 3 elite teams in the league. There's no one else on their level. And like, you look at Palmer, right? By the time Game Week 8 is over, he will already have played City and Liverpool. So that's why he only has the home Arsenal for the next long time until he plays one of the 3 elite teams again. So that's what you're looking for, I guess. It's just like, did they tick these 3? Okay, they're good for a while. Yeah,
totally. Yeah, he's what can we say? I mean, he's fucking sick. He's so
unreal.
good. He's just unreal. So fucking good.
The best of all these questions that we're not going to answer was, it's not even a question, it's just a comment that I'm saving it for the postmortem, but I'll also tell you now, is PD Pablo in Discord. He said, for the postmortem, just get the guy who has God as part of his nickname. And that's like pretty good. Well, he's Palm God for a reason.
I have Dib God, so I'm 1 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, he's not fucking Palm Shithouse. So that's not his nickname. He's Palm God.
Yeah.
The only other Chelsea question is just Dibbling and Bowski asking about Sancho. Is Sancho a pick? He looks fucking great. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he seems so much still like our player. Like, it's just, they have so many attackers, and he's not going to play enough minutes to do the thing. So
he's also just like, I know he has 4 assists in 3, but like, assists are really noisy and not consistent, and that is kind of like his upside at this point. It just seems like he does really cool stuff, and then he just lays it off to someone.
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean,
if they score or not.
Yeah, like, he needs to be playing 3,000 minutes to be a pick, period. I don't care what his price is.
I think so.
Because if he doesn't play 3,000 minutes, then he's not scoring 7 goals, which is what you need to buoy his assist total. So, I mean, it's great for Palmer and Endod and the team that he's actually playing his best winger, Sancho. So,
it's crazy in Germany that he had those like goal numbers, because every single minute I've seen farming. I mean, he had a 17 goal, 16 assist season at Dortmund.
You don't realize how they be farming out there. You don't know. You forget about COVID when we were watching Bundesliga already.
The farms.
It was only a few years ago.
Yeah.
All they do is farm. It's so terrible. The quality is so bad.
Okay. Yeah, we got that.
And back to for you over with just on wildcard. I mean,
I didn't even read out my team or anything.
Yeah. I mean, there were a few teams. Well,
Yeah.
everyone that listens knows about the things, how to find your team. But do you want to read it out?
Only if you want. I don't care.
I was just going back to the idea of Palmer, because so many people are wildcarding, and he was in so few teams on wildcard.
So few.
I still just think it goes back to it's fundamentally incorrect to pick him over Saka. That's all I can.
I think
say.
so too.
That's just the only thing I can say about it, and I think it's just process, not or result, not process, or whatever the thing is. And it's just a bad time. It's just a bad time.
Yeah, it was a rough one for us.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
Really quick captaincy thing. I mean, we usually save captaincy talk until Thursday, but it just seems like we're kind of talking around it. But Jitterbug said, is it the time to hold strong Captain Saka versus Southampton?
Yeah, I'm on Saka.
You're on Saka?
Yeah.
I'm on Holland.
Okay. See you in hell, dog.
Did Man City's performance put you off Holland, or what was it? Or was it just Arsenal looking so good?
Yeah, it's the fixture. Arsenal are fucking should have scored 6.
Yeah.
Southampton home is by far the best fixture in the league.
Worse than Leicester,
and Fulham are MILF. I mean, they're good.
I am worried.
Just, yeah,
I might switch.
They're just a good upper mid-table team, and they're going to be doing the things. I don't expect Holland. I never expect Holland to blank. Unless if he's playing Arsenal or Liverpool, I don't expect him to blank. But I imagine that, again, I'm the same as last week, why I went off Holland cap last week against Newcastle. I want to captain someone where I think they could score 5 goals. And I don't think City can score 5 goals against Fulham. I do think Arsenal can score 5 goals against Southampton. And for that reason, I'm gonna go on Saka.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
I'm just going to stick with my initial read.
Yeah, I feel like by the end of the week, I'll be on Saka probably. Yeah. I mean, my one reservation is I know City played badly, and that was such a weird game. But, I mean, there's no stat for this, unless, maybe someone will write in and correct me. But as far as I know, there's no stat for they should have scored many goals, but Gundo fucked up every opportunity number.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 more. I mean, do you know another thing here? No Kevin? It's a problem.
No Kevin, no Rodri.
Yeah, well, Rodri I don't care as much about. I mean, he keeps the ball ticking, and he maybe keeps possession.
Those Gundo things. He arrives in the box. He takes shots from outside the box. He just swings it out to the winger. All of those little connecting the dots things is Rodri.
Yeah.
And
But
I was missing him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that from that standpoint. I just think that they can make up for that against bad teams. But the Kevin creativity in the low blocks, or when they're packing, or they have 2 lines when it's 5-4-1. No, Kevin, it's just a problem. In terms of feeding Holland also. So, I think the fixture discrepancy.
It was such a weird game.
Yeah, I think the fixture discrepancy is large enough that I'm gonna hold on Saka, unless if something happens in midweek that could change my mind, perhaps. Obviously, but
what though? I mean, I don't even know what would happen.
Holland gets hurt. Or Saka gets hurt.
That wouldn't change your mind.
No, we keep. But you know what I mean. Saka, I don't know.
Someone gets hurt, or
But
I guess Kevin's back and they score fucking 7 in Slovakia or something. It's it's pretty good.
Yeah, but
I was just watching that
Saka.
game and having switched to the Saka cap late. Both of us did without even talking about it. And then I was watching Man City. I was just I felt like I'm just getting away with this. I was like, oh my God, he's 1-on-1 there. If Gundo plays the pass, should have scored again. If Gundo didn't dribble this out of bounds, should have been another 1-on-1 if Gundo didn't try and lob from 45 yards. It was just Jesus Christ.
It was the worst game I've ever seen Gundo play.
I mean, he lost them 2 points for me.
Yep.
And all of the turnovers were just not converted into chances because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the stat was they had 25 losses of possession, Newcastle, in their own zone, in their defensive third, and only 5 of those turned into shots.
Yeah.
It's just
not great. Yeah, it's not great.
Fucking
insane.
I
hear what you're saying.
I don't know where I'm gonna land.
Yeah, Milv. I just feel like it's the Milv thing, and they're gonna do things. Southampton are just so horrendous.
They're another
They're
level.
so bad. It's just another level.
They are another level. Yeah.
Because I think the City Fulham is gonna go 2-0, 3-0. Southampton could concede 7.
Yeah. No one would be surprised.
Arsenal.
I mean, it's
should
hard
have
to
just
put
scored
into
7
words how
against Leicester.
badly Arsenal fucked Leicester. I know that
Yeah,
like people
it
watch
was
fucking like match of the
comprehensive.
day or like whatever, and it's like, oh, too exciting, 2-2 James Justin pick. You know, I'm just like, that was absolute abuse by one team to the other team. Like, and Hermanson made 13 saves.
Yeah. I mean, it was unbelievable, and I think I think Leicester are like twice as good as Southampton. So
yeah,
I'm just like,
better than Ramsdale.
So I'm like, I'll go there. Maybe this is his first hat trick of his fucking career. I don't know.
Yeah, a pen.
I'm just going. I'm going with it. I'm just going with it. Going with Saka.
Yeah. I believe that. We got a lot of Spurs
and he owes us.
Questions.
Don't forget.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I believe in that, but anyway. A bunch of Spurs questions. I guess people are excited after that win. I mean, Callie said, is it Matto time? Big Daddy said, talk to me about BJ. United were obviously shocking, but he was involved in everything good Spurs did, and their fixtures are pretty promising. Would be an Eze replacement. Shots also asking about Eze to BJ. And then Garrett asking, is it Dom time? So I think, it also coincides with like their fixtures turning a bit. With the Brighton one now being like, maybe they're going to play like
amazing.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, that I was in disbelief watching that game.
It was Russell Martin levels of naivete from the Hertzler 4D chess big brain man.
Yeah.
I mean, the Adam Webster situation, I just can't get over. I cannot get over it.
But it wasn't even just that. It was also the tactics. Like just blaming.
But that's the issue. But I think that's the fundamental issue.
Center back was playing on the halfway line and just getting rolled.
They've been doing that all year. It's just they haven't played with Webster. They've been. It's not like he changed tactics for this game.
Yeah, no,
they've just been good at it. It's like Ebenings from last year.
Yeah, I tweeted at the time. The thing that it reminded me of was 9 men Spurs with Ange just attacking relentlessly, and like Nico just getting like 1v0s all game. Like that was like, I was like, oh, I've seen this actually. The difference is Spurs had 9 men, and it's just like double red card. Yeah, like what the fuck?
That's a good shout. That's a good shout. But no, I mean, circling back to Spurs and their run, I mean,
it's a really good run.
Yeah, it's a good run. The data point's not really a point because it really wasn't. They didn't play a game, but BJ is definitely coming into some interest. He's basically just doing what we were thinking he was going to do preseason, and the minutes are just a little bit more secure because Son's out, and he's just kind of making that. And
Odebear.
Dobert's out.
Also,
and
just Rich hasn't played a minute.
Rich is out. So there's just not a lot of competition for the right wing spot. And thank God, fucking finally, he stopped playing Kulusevski there because he can't play there. So
Kulu's actually so good in the middle. I mean, it's crazy.
He always has been. Every time he's ever played him there, he's been great. Yeah, he's just finally playing him there. So he still plays 70 minutes, which is aggravating because we talk about how many goals happen at the end of games. He just sprints and he just, I guess, just subs them a lot. But he's 6'4". He's a good pick.
I also wonder, like, a little bit in a game where they're not like 3-0 up against 10 men. Like, does he sub him? Like, if that game was 1-1, like he might just stay on.
State.
So he's just a good pick. He's just doing.
He's a good pick.
He's getting huge chances like he did last year at a high rate, and he's gonna score goals.
Yeah. Good pick.
And just like unlocked this fucking rando from NFO, and he's good. Yeah, good pick.
Yeah. But outside of him, I mean, Matto, I'm pretty uninterested in. I just think the price point's not really there for him, and like I'd rather have BJ than Matto.
I'd rather have the goal scorer.
Yeah, I'd rather have the goal scorer than the assister, and I just don't
Dom,
see it
I still think Dom's a pick. Talk about 90 minutes every game.
I know.
Consistent, just gonna be on the end of stuff. We don't know how long Son's out, but he's on pens for now.
Yeah, I mean he should have braced. He fucked up a huge. I mean he fucked
which
up
he does. He's
fun.
A really historically bad finisher, but like he'll just keep getting chances. I fully believe that he will just pile on goals. I'm not saying he's going to score fucking 25. I don't think he has that in his locker. But he will consistently get shots and get goals in a good run.
Yeah, I mean, he's only been there for like a month, basically. I mean, he's played a few games. So he's still betting in. And yeah, I mean, I've been a little bit, I haven't watched them that closely this season, honestly. I didn't
see the game.
Yeah,
at all,
I mean, I watched this game, but I'm just saying, I haven't watched like 5 of their 6 games or anything. I think I've watched 3 of them. And I think 1 or 2 of them were ones that he didn't play in. So this might have been the first game.
He was hurt.
This might have been the first game I saw him. I think I saw. Yeah, I think I missed Brennan. Yeah, or I watched the Darb. I guess the Arsenal.
Well, there's a Sunday night game this week, so we'll all be tuned in.
Yeah. But anyway, with him, the price point is still really awkward for me because it's like he's worse than Ollie by a lot. How much better is he than like DCL? I mean, where do you want to put the 1.5?
I mean, for me, he's going to be where I go to from Kai.
From Kai,
I'm not doing it this week, but I probably will. I mean, he's just great.
Yeah, I mean, doing something like Kai and Saka to Dom and Palmer is probably pretty enticing.
Just very good. Yeah, very good.
But I don't know. I'm still a little bit mid on Dom because they also are just in this little purple patch right now where they've like had a couple good games, one of which was against 10 men and it was a fucking joke. But, I mean, the fixtures look good and also they've played good fixture runs and created nothing for a year now.
Yeah.
So how excited are we after 2 games? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I want to see a little bit more sustain. Like the next 2 games are big. Like I want to see them keeping this going. I guess we're getting break after this weekend, but they still have Europe. I mean, they still have Europe on Thursday and shit. So,
dude, another IB after this. I forgot.
Dude, the United Nations have to make fucking money for their cup. Got to have the international break United Nations Cup.
Dude, what is going on?
It's very important that the national teams get as many games as they can during the calendar year because they need practice.
How many international breaks are there in a season? Actual question. Like 5
a lot.
Or something?
There's
6?
A lot.
Like, would it not be more useful to just be like, okay, after the season, the international teams get 6 weeks of training and friendlies before the tournament? Isn't that better? Isn't that better for the coaches and the teams and the players?
It's not better for making money.
Maybe it is.
Propose it. The next international break, to answer your question, is between game week 11 and 12.
It's right around the corner.
So we get 4 weeks, and then we get to do it again.
Oh, my God.
There you go, dog.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, yeah, Spurs. Good job by them.
Divisive. Very divisive.
Yeah, I'm higher on him for sure. I'm definitely higher on him. Yeah.
And it's also really good for Dom because he started the season off at 7.5. And he lost about 2 million owners, and now he's 7.6. So, there you go.
And you might say, yeah, but he was red flagged. Well, his teammate, Richarlison's red flagged, and he's fucking 6'8". And people had Wissa as red flagged, and he also price dropped when he's out for the fucking season or whatever.
If you can show me whoever's in charge of the price changes at FPL Towers, Game Week 1 team, and it doesn't have Dom, I will shake your hand. It doesn't exist. Does not exist.
Got him.
I will not take any questions about.
Yeah, I will not. It's not open for discussion. Didn't you read the rules? We should start discussing it everywhere. Just discuss over here, over there. Discussing all my 5 towns. What else do you want to do? We got a bunch of questions, but none of them are really grouped up. They're just all over the place.
Villa are very vexing.
Another game I didn't see. For those who don't know what's happening here, why I'm not watching games is on Sunday I went to the Jets game. Early tailgate.
That's a National Football League, the NFL in America.
Yeah, they don't know what that is. Yeah.
The New York, New Jersey Meadowlands Jets.
Yeah, not the Winnipeg Jets, which I'm sure is what everyone was thinking about.
Yeah.
So tell me about that game. How the fuck did they get like no shots and no chances? What happened?
They're bad. Like they're just fucking bad.
That's it?
Yeah, Villa are bad. He's playing fucked up personnel, and Onana is absolute shit. terrible buy. He just is terrible. And
Never
they have no balance, and they're a mess. Like, they should not have gotten a single thing from this game. They just got a couple of lucky instances, and Ipswich were absolutely all over them for an hour.
Yeah.
And they're just a mess. I mean, they're just a mess. They somehow, though, like, they do seem to just ride their luck really well in these games. I mean, dude, they fucking have 4 wins, a draw, and a loss. Like, I don't understand how that happened. Every game I've fucking seen them play, they're just worse. Like, this is like Newcastle. It's like they're just worse than the other team every game, basically, and they just come to somehow get points. I don't.
They just
know
need to. Have they played Fulham yet? No. Fulham is the great.
Fulham's gonna kill them.
Truth bringer of the
Fulham.
Newcastle's riding high. Yeah. They get, and then Fulham just fuck them.
Game
3-1.
week 8 at Fulham, 2-0 loss.
All
easy.
praise Milv because he's just bringing the truth.
Yeah, Milv is gonna milv the shit out of. Well, it's after the break though, so that's actually really lucky for Ebenings because
But yeah, I mean, I was looking at the stats because I didn't watch the game. I just watched highlights, and the Morgan Rogers goal, good take, good goal, but like Greaves, what the fuck is Greaves up to? He gave them the ball in the center of the box. And then Ollie's header was fucking sick. And then,
but also shouldn't have happened. Like, how is that ball not getting cleared? Like, it's dropping on his head in a dime. There are 2 players front and behind him. Like, that should just be easily cleared.
And then from minute 32 on, which is when he scored the goal, they had 3 shots that were all literally nothing. They weren't even really chances at all. And Ipswich just fucking like squashed them and crushed them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yeah. What happened?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're just not a good team. I mean, they're just not a good team. He's fucking, Ebenings is fucking them up, and I have no faith in them whatsoever moving forward.
But Ollie's a good pick.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, it feels like with Ollie that is just like he can't keep getting away with it kind of thing because the team is just not functioning. And
I mean, to your point, he had 1 shot. It was a header that he scored.
Yeah, and they're just not functioning. So he's very concerning to me. And I don't know. I'm just very nervous about Villa. Rodgers is great because he's fucking $5 million, and they're going to have a few movements in a game that look promising, and he's so involved and central to everything. But I don't know.
Yeah, tune to ask, is Rodgers a genuine perma play option? I benched him this week. So you know how I feel about that.
Yeah, you're blinded by the Shadas, but I mean, he obviously is Rodgers.
He's really, really a great player. And it sounds so stupid because he obviously scored a goal this week. But my reasoning for benching him is like he has no goal threat. He takes like 1 bad shot per game. He creates chances and dribbles guys and does all this cool stuff that's fun to watch. But like, low ceiling. So I just felt, better about the fixtures, really all it was. But
yeah. I mean, I'm also, he's a great player. I'm not even sure really about that because they've been just so disjointed and bad. Like, they have injuries. He's changing personnel every week. They have Europe. Like, they're a mess. They're just a mess.
Yeah.
I believe Rodgers could score 12 goals in the Premier League, like in a league season. I think he has that capability. Yeah. And also, like, the role is they're just a mess. They're a fucking mess, dude.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about them. They're just a mess.
But you still think he's perma start? Those things kind of like compete with each other, no? Because also, like, he did get subbed early. He took a knock. He took a knock. Okay.
Yeah, a little knock. I think he's just because of the price point and because they will sometimes just play well, even though they might mostly be playing badly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at their fixtures, home United, at Fulham, home Bournemouth, at Spurs. You start him in all those games.
Yeah.
At Liverpool, I'd like to bench him for at Liverpool if I can.
Yeah.
I think you can look at him sort of similarly to, like, the Liverpool City games are the ones you want to bench him for, and the rest you can kind of just play him. That's
the thing. It's like they're playing badly. They're still getting points. Part of that is just because, like, he's good. Ramsey's good. Ollie's good. Duran's good.
Bailey's sometimes good.
Bailey's good.
But that was the other thing about this.
Been good. They have good players.
That was the other thing about this game was, like, Bailey was horrendous. Ramsey was beyond horrendous. Onana didn't play. Dean was terrible. Like, half the team was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And they were just a disaster. And he didn't change anything. Ebenings just sat there like watching.
Concerning.
I don't know what I mean, he put Durant on, he subbed to Ali. I don't know. So, I mean, they have Bayern.
How fun are Ipswich, by the way?
Ipswich are great. I mean, they have Bayern in a couple of days. They could lose fucking 8-0 to Bayern.
Don't underestimate Ebenings in Europe.
I will
Ebenings versus Company matchup is just exploitable.
I think this one could get really bloody. We'll see. But yeah,
I'm excited to watch that. Actually, when is that?
I think it's.
Is it tomorrow?
It's on Wednesday.
It's on Wednesday. That's a fun game.
Because I went to captain Elise and I was like, oh no, not tomorrow. I have to captain someone else.
Yeah, Elise. By the way, I mean, speaking of like Elise, Slim asked, should we hold Eze still? And some other people asked about Eze. And, I was looking at Palace and I was just like, you know what they really need? A fucking world-class creative force. A guy who you just always get the ball to, who's always going to play the right pass and control it and create so many chances. And it's like, oh, yeah, he's on Bayern now.
Yeah. No, he's a sell. I mean, he's just a sell. Like, we're not looking good.
Not
we
clicking.
we have some very mid fixtures coming up. There's just not a lot of. He's losing boxes. He's like unticking.
Yeah, he's unticking.
The ticked boxes are very rapidly unticking.
Oh my god, that's scary, man.
Yeah, you just don't want to be there. Where we don't look good. We haven't won a game all year. You don't want a single Palace player. It's just simple.
Yeah,
there's no pick on the team.
You might later, but
not now.
Yeah. Okay. Any other games you want to touch on, or should I just run through these questions? Maybe.
Let me see. West Ham are still bad. We're bad. Liverpool won. Yeah. No, we can go.
Yeah.
Questions.
Bovan said, "How many transfers are enough to pull the wild card? I have Hendo, Eze, João Pedro. I want Palmer. Is that enough to justify a wild card? I only have one free transfer in the bank."
The age-old question.
It is the age-old question. It's even more relevant this season because of the do I use my 4 frees or do I wild card and save them? And that's a new situation for us. But
yeah, I think you want to make probably like 6 or so changes, something in that region. I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I still think defense is the most important factor of wild
just get
carding.
It rock solid.
Yeah, like if you want to make a lot of changes to your defense to set it up because it's really dilapidated is when I'm like, oh yeah, that pushes me to wild card. But generally, a lot of times in the attack, you're just trading good picks for good picks. So that's not going to say
another way to put that point of the defense, because I do agree, is let's just imagine a team that has a decent keeper, a decent defense, an 8th attacker. You're just using your free transfers in the right spots if that's your team. Right? You're just going I have this premium, I'll switch to this other premium. I'll double change to, these two mid price or whatever guys that you don't have that you want. But most people don't have that, with their game week 1 teams. And so that's, you got a wild card to fix all that stuff. That's too many frees. So sounds like a wild card for him.
Yeah.
Bash said, who's the next team to go on a great run of form in your opinion? Let's say game week 8 after the international break. Picks also said, looking at the upcoming fixture runs for Everton and Leicester, any interest in their players? I mean, I've been shouting McNeil to the fucking hills. No one will listen.
Yeah. I mean, McNeil just banged the worldie and then the far post. We're just defending so badly. I mean, neither of those goals should have happened. But in terms of teams, I mean, I guess Brentford still kind of qualify, right?
Yeah. Still good. Yeah. I mean, Buma, if you don't have Buma by now, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. Buma's barely gone up in price and he's gone on fucking 20% ownership. I don't know.
Ownership. Yeah.
I don't know. The question's kind of whatever. The teams that have good fixtures, we typically expect to kind of win games.
And they're also the same one. It's been 1 week, right?
Yeah.
Other than Spurs, who starts now, and City, who kind of start now, it's just the same teams. It's Everton, Ipswich, NFO, all these runs are still happening, right?
Yeah.
How about Leif Davis, by the way? Did you see he got a BAP?
Of course he did.
2-2.
He was so good.
2-2 game, no assists, no goals, minus all the fucking bullshit because of the new rules, and he still gets a bonus point.
Yeah. He's
incredible.
He was really good.
He's
he was
so
really good. He has 18 points, 6 game weeks. So it's, what is that, 3 a game? Yeah. I mean, he's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of expected, 4-5. It's okay.
Yeah.
Not the worst pick in the game. I miss him. I do miss him.
He's really good. He's really
just
good.
really good.
Yeah. Like, I want to do POW to him as soon as I can.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it feels bad not having him. But, Rico started in midfield, so maybe he'll keep starting in midfield and get us points.
You just couldn't afford it, right? You had no money for Maiko, and yeah.
I couldn't do it for Mikolenko, but I could have just not gotten Rico Lewis.
You could have had Dibbling.
Yeah, I mean, the edge decisions that I made
didn't work out.
At least
so far.
1 weekend did not work out.
Yeah, well, it would have worked out if you started Rodgers.
I mean, I would have gotten a few more points.
Yeah.
But I still, I was on Gvard.
Yeah.
I was 0.1 off McNeil, who just, speaking of price changes, randomly goes up 0.1. No one has fucking McNeil. No one transferred him in. Yeah.
On Friday?
On Friday, just went up. Couldn't afford him, 0.1 off, so I got Shada. Yeah, just all these little annoying, stupid ass things.
Fun game.
Where were we?
You were launching into a question.
Oh, yeah. Harley, boys. General thoughts on United. They have green fixtures on paper until Arsenal in Game Week 14, but are they too much of a dysfunctional mess to consider any of their players? Do we reassess if/when Ten Hag finally gets shit canned?
I mean, they're so bad. Right? They're just so bad. Who are we picking? A defender? I mean, I guess you look at a 4-5 defender.
Garnacho.
Garnacho.
I
don't trust him to start him.
Yeah, that's the thing. If he was nailed, I'm like, great pick. But
he was so bad.
Ahmad can just start any game. Rashford could start any game.
There's just no picks here. The stench is bad.
Lissandro, pre-season, I was like, he's fucking underpriced. 4-5, ridiculous. And they have cleans. They've been good in the easy games. Every fucking game, this guy gets at least 1 yellow.
Yeah,
he's so scummy and dirty. It's like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Sealing a 5-pointer. That's not nice. I could do better.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here.
Delict looks like a fucking truck trying to turn. He looks like Casemiro. He's just play Casemiro at center back.
He's just
can't
worse.
Turn.
He's worse than Why did they buy him?
I mean,
I thought he was
turn.
good. I didn't know he was just terrible. Isn't he really young? He's just, I don't know. I mean, he's just fucking.
Everyone's young until they're not young. I mean, he was young.
He's not good.
Yeah,
I've seen enough. He's not good. He's not the answer.
You're telling me Van de Ven making a 60-yard run through the core of the entire team is a bad sign? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They're a mess. They're a mess. The Bruno red card was just.
That was not a red.
It was a red.
So mad if they called that on my team. It's like
red.
Cool. But yeah, it's funny. I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Shots said Rodgers, ESR, or McNeil to rotate with Semenyo. And Catherine also said, who would you choose between McNeil and Rodgers? I mean, I think McNeil's a better pick and going to get more points for the run. But Rodgers' cheapness is a big part of his appeal.
Yeah, the cheapness isn't as cheapness now. They're very close.
Yeah, now they're close.
But
on wildcard, it is 0.4 is a lot on wildcard.
0.3 or is Rodgers 5.2, 5. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I still just have a really hard time with McNeil projecting his points out because his shit is just so fucking low XG. Fuck
his goals. Yeah,
and
his assists aren't. He just creates huge chances, but
they also are because he plays for Everton, and who is he sending the pass to? A bad player. So not all XG is created equal. Not all.
Well, that's why he has 2 assists, not 5.
Right. But he could also have 0. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, because he's passing a fucking DCL and like Lindstrom or something.
Decore and Beto.
Yeah, Decore. Yeah, I don't know. But
yeah, I mean,
the fixture run is extremely different. Like, so
and it is a new role. Like, he's playing this number 10 role. He's
Yeah.
getting, more shots. He's just, I don't know. He just looks good, man. It's crazy that he's fucking 24.
Oh, because he's been around forever?
Yeah, it feels like he's 29. He's just like, oh, this old Burnley. Yeah, he used to be on those Burnley teams, and now he's just like, scraping by on Everton. It's like he's still like getting better. He's just young and pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he just has a lot of mileage on his tires. Yeah, I guess he's played 3,000 minutes since he's like 18 in the Premier League. Yeah. So, the fixture run's good. If I had to pick one right now, I would prefer to have McNeil probably, just because the fixtures are enough better. And I think he's worse than Rodgers as a player in a vacuum, but the fixtures are enough better that I would probably go there. But I don't know. I don't feel confident. That's all I can say about that.
And I also, to the other person, like Smith Rowe is also good. I don't like him, at City. Like you're not happy about that, but they have a pretty good run like immediately following, and he'll just like get some points. It seems like he might have a ceiling of maybe just one return because he gets subbed and like yada yada, but he's literally played more minutes every single game. 63, 68, 71, 72, 83, 87.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if he stays fit for the whole season, he'll finish on like 170.
He's gonna get points. Yeah.
Something like that. He's going to be... It's just, I think, more of if you have him, if you can sort of dodge and weave him in and out of your team based on the fixtures so that you're getting the points, which is doable.
They just got really lucky with the run, right? Like, game weeks 1 through 6, they didn't play anyone. Now they play City. Game weeks 8 through 14, they still don't play Arsenal or Liverpool. Then they play them back to back. And then it's another good run where they don't play City, Arsenal, or Liverpool for a very long time. They have City in game week 38.
Right.
So they just have these like long runs of like easy fixtures. And he's proven that, he'll get points.
Yeah. He's someone I feel like I'm going to just not own all year and it's going to be bad for me. Like he's just like, I can already feel that happening. And it's just... There are going to be these easy runs, and he's going to have some random like goal and assist games popping up, and it's just like,
and he's got bones too. He just gets 10 pointers,
because he just completes passes, and and I think it's going to be like, how did we not have him for this? This is, I'm keen to that, so I'm thinking about
keep
like,
that
ways
in
to
your
mitigate.
Head. Keep that in your head.
Because there's something like the midfield prices are just so bizarre this year, where there's bizarre. The 3 premium guys, and then nothing until 6'5",
8.
like 5'5" to 6'5" region.
Yeah,
and like having several of those guys that you're rotating, or even not even rotating for a long period, but just transferring in and out, like Semenyo to him or whatever, like Rodgers to the guy, like that. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, depending how much Rodgers like price rises or whatever, I mean, transferring out of Rodgers when he has like Spurs, Liverpool, maybe Palace will be good by then. Chelsea might not be the worst idea if you go to someone else with a good run and he blanks a few and they're having a tough time in Europe or whatever. And we'll see.
Totally.
You've all said, is there too much of a stink at West Ham to go for Bowen versus Ipswich? It's surprising how bad they look currently. Also considering Matto and BJ.
Yeah, West Ham are just...
You're like the stench merchant.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere near West Ham right now. It's ridiculous how bad they look. It's a disaster. I mean, he looks like he's probably first manager fired.
Get sacked. Yeah,
he should. Sacked. I mean, he should. He absolutely should. He earns it.
It's not a fit. He doesn't... He's not playing anything like his old Sevilla teams or anything like that. They're just a disaster.
They're just terrible. Every single game
don't even counter
is a slog.
They don't do anything. The team is built to counter, and they don't even counter.
They're built to counter, and when they spring a counter, it's 2 versus 6 because he doesn't fucking. No one goes forward.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
Insane.
It's really bad. Yeah,
like they're lucky to have any points that they have.
Rip Kudus off at halftime when he was like the only active player.
Apparently Kudus and him are like having a stink. I mean, there's already rumors of like locker room dysfunction, and Kudus is calling him out and shit. I don't know. We'll see. Might be fired by the time this pod comes out. We'll see.
That's possible.
Josh B said 36 points on my wild card. Huge red arrow. Is this the part where I'm supposed to trust my good picks and still roll since no injuries or fires?
36 is not a very large
I'm telling you, that's normal,
points.
dude. That's normal.
How is that normal? So what did everyone do? That because you have template. Ollie and people didn't have Ollie, or what?
It's Ollie.
Is that? But what did people have instead?
The forward line that I saw most commonly was everyone has Holland, and then it was Ollie DCL or Kai DCL or Solanke DCL. Everyone has DCL. He's like the template pick. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I mean, shocker.
That's it? DCL blanked and everyone got 30 points? Like, who else did they have,
basically, I mean, let me pull up like
Bumo and Semenyo scored.
Yeah, everyone has
them. Because no defender scored except for like Vard and Konate.
Yeah, I mean, here's like Zofar's team. I don't know if he's probably pretty safe manager. So he's Flecken, he's Lewis, Gabriel, and Trent. Diaz, everyone has Diaz. Diaz, Saka, Bumo, Semenyo. So yeah, you got Bumo and Semenyo. DCL, Holland, and Kai. 38 points.
It's not a lot of points.
You just got fucking nothing. Captained Holland. So he lost one to us geniuses who captained Saka. Obviously captained Saka there. But yeah, I mean,
it was
6
more.
From Kai, 7 Semenyo, 9 from Bumo. That's it. Those are like the core returns that everyone got on wildcard, and then it's like most other picks missed.
Okay. All right.
Ollie's 11-pointer is just absolutely fucking huge for me. Like I still went down, but at least I didn't go down that much.
Yeah.
A couple lifestyle questions here also. Well, Ben, I don't know. Is this lifestyle? I don't even know. He said, what's your fuckle transfer plans, Walsh? Fantasy Champions League. Back in action tomorrow.
I did Ter Stegen. If you haven't heard, he's injured.
He's hurt, right? Yeah.
So I did him to Jan Sommer. Float the other one. Easy.
Nice.
My team's great.
Love you.
No one else.
Yeah, you're flying, right?
I wouldn't go that far. I didn't have like Kane who got 50 points, but that's like not having Palmer. But everyone captained Palmer.
Who needs him?
Imagine playing FPL and it was game week 1 and everyone captained Palmer and you didn't own him. That's what happened to me.
That's a problem for you.
Yeah, that's a problem. But I'm easy float, stockpile as many as I can. 3 frees. They don't let you go more than 3 in the game, but no, everything's good. I'm going to captain, someone that I can switch to Elise next day. So we're good.
This next lifestyle is a really good one. He said, I have a 2-year-old. Obviously, I haven't been able to watch as many games as before. My edge is in my eye test, and that's tough to get from the extended highlights. Any tips on either getting info from matches you didn't see or managing a toddler and still being able to watch games with attention to detail?
There are a lot of questions there.
I still really struggle when I don't see a match to like have a take on the match. Like I find specifically soccer highlights to be significantly less information than highlights in the other sports that I follow. Like I can watch fucking condensed game in baseball. It's the same length as the fucking extended bullshit Premier League highlights and see literally every play of the game. I can watch an NFL highlights and see basically every play that mattered. I won't see specific things, but in soccer, I watch extended highlights. 3 of the 12 minutes are VAR. 3 of the 12 minutes are showing replays of the goals. And then I just see a fucking couple other things. It's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to like the answer, but you really just can't. I think it's more of like, you need to find a few people that you trust and
that's it.
Talk to them and ask them like, they watched the game. Like, what did you see in the Brighton West Ham? Like, I don't know, whatever, some random game of whoever two players. And, also just in terms of the management style of having the toddler, like you want to be able to watch 2 games at a time. If you can't watch if there's only one game on, you can't watch 2 games at the same time. So watch the slate. Like, buy the slate as your time with your wife to, like, they watch the kid and you can watch 2 games. Otherwise, you're just watching half of the amount of games. But yeah, I mean, it's a problem. Like, there's just no way. And I'm sure there are very ways you can look at, the race charts or the underlying stats or whatever it is, and try
I look at that. That's what I do. Like, that's my, like, here's my best effort on, like, catching up what happened, like who actually got the chances, etc. But so many times I come in and you tell me, like, oh my God, he was the worst player on the pitch, and I have nothing. I'm just like, oh, he got a lot of XG. I'm surprised to hear he was bad because he got all the chances, whatever it is. And there's just so much. I mean, like, this is kind of tangenty, but like the Wolves-Liverpool game, Wolves are the kings of, like, do lots of good stuff that doesn't end in a shot. Like, everything they do, and all their central midfielders are good players. They make good turns, good passes. They win the ball. They hold the ball. They draw fouls. They bring it to the final third, and the team has no idea what's happening. You can't. Like, if you watch the Wolves-Liverpool highlights, like, you probably see nothing. You just see Liverpool getting a bunch of huge chances and just, the one error, and then you just see Liverpool chances and it's up highlights and 2-1.
I saw Robertson not get an assist.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Huge chances. Aforementioned huge chances. But like, you watching a game is like, man, Wolves are fucking at it. Wolves are good. Gary O'Neill, good setup, causing problems, like running at them all game. But like, there's no shot, so there's no highlight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like a different thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't get a feel for the game if you don't watch the game.
Yeah. Sign up for FPL review. That's the answer. You don't watch the games, but you want to do well at FPL. There you go. Analytics, robot merchant.
Yeah.
What other matches? We actually didn't get that many other questions.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think the Rico was just a note that he was playing literally second striker. He just didn't get any touches, and they didn't really work him, and he wasn't finding space. But his role and position was very encouraging for future games.
Definitely. I felt like a regret not going forward when he obviously scores the goal, but watching that game, I was just like, man, Rico could just get any assist at any point here. He's just like lurking in the box. Yeah.
He just didn't have any touches or passes or shots, or
he just jogs.
Yeah.
He's
walks.
a walk. Yeah, he's a big walker.
He's a walker. No, I don't know. I mean, it was a pretty.
Maybe there wasn't that many things. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a pretty mundane week outside of just the Palmer explosion, honestly, and Arsenal scoring a lot of goals and City kind of sputtering, but a lot of the games sort of just kind of petered by. They just kind of happened. I don't know. It seems like it wasn't that.
Even the game today, I mean, Bournemouth looked like, oh my God, they might score 6 today. And then the second half, they were just like,
they were like, oh, we'll chill.
Yeah, we'll chill.
We already
we'll give you a goal. It's over. I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they were up 3-0 going in at half. They're like, we will.
Yeah, it was
stop.
a joke of a game. And Russell Martin's going to put Dibbling at striker, you know.
That was upsetting. Yeah. I mean, it's upsetting. I mean, it's like he's unplayable the game before, and then he's like, let me completely change your role and job, and then he's just ineffectual. It's like,
I'm sure that he hasn't played striker before, so
I can't
also
imagine
do
that.
something you've never done in your life against actual Premier League players.
Yeah, it's hard because, like, as a Dibbling owner, I don't want Russell Martin to get fired because whoever comes in is just going to park. But I also just want
bus.
Yeah, like I also just want Russell Martin to fucking
play his best
the same
winger
spot.
at winger.
Like, play your best player in their best position. Like, you should also do that. Like, it's not that complicated, but maybe it is for him. I don't know.
It is for him. Small. He's very, very bad and stupid.
Yeah.
He'll also be fired soon. I mean, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, probably. Bumo keeps scoring. Things are good.
Yeah, things are kind of just fine, I guess.
So what are you looking at? You have a bunch of frees and you're coming off wildcard.
I have
are you
3
chilling?
frees.
You're chilling this week.
Chilling. I mean, my team just looks fucking stacked. I mean, I have good fixtures all over the place. Buckford, an incredible pick. Double the points of Raya every week. Every week I've owned him.
The Raya shit was hilarious. Like everyone's absolutely losing their minds about him not playing.
Couldn't care at all. Never tinkered with him. Never tinkered without him. Yeah, I mean,
bad pick.
Don't care about him. He'll go back to normal soon. 2 or 6, or maybe a 1 sometimes too. I guess if he's playing James Justin.
Yeah, James Justin is his kryptonite. You're going back to just 2 or 6. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he's just going back to normal. The other option is like they keep getting red cards, but I don't believe that will happen. So they'll just go back to normal. They'll concede either a dumb goal or no goals, and he won't get bonus. And yeah, that's it.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
To me, it's just not 2 or 6. It's like 2 or 8 because he's getting bonus.
Yeah, he has gotten some this season.
If the bonus
I just don't
continues,
believe he will continue to get it.
But goalies are getting bonus. Like, I think it's like the tweak, and they could change it tomorrow because it's not like 10 hours within the last game of the game.
Yeah, I mean the bonus has not been confirmed yet.
Yeah, they can't. And if you want to ask me about the bonus, I will not answer any questions. But but it's like if
it's too fucking good with the bonus.
Stupid. Why are they so fucking stupid? It's so infuriating how stupid they are. And how about this question?
Why is there bonus?
I said that in Discord. I was like, just get rid of bonus points. Like
what is the game design decision to be like, we need to give the best players more points?
It's basically saying
random reasons.
Yeah, it's basically saying like the players that already get points need extra points.
They need extra points.
And it's ridiculous because this is the thing. Dude, I keep coming back to this. Like I was going insane in chat about...
I missed that. I wish I saw
about the price changes. Like the worst feeling about playing this game is when you're looking at your team and you're planning your moves and you see the predicted price changes and you punch it in and you're 0.0, nothing in the bank.
Yep.
And then you do it. And then the player you're looking at predicted to rise or fall on some idiot in his basement. Website doesn't happen. And then you're like, oh, I'm an idiot. Like that's literally the immediate feeling you have is like, I'm an idiot. I fucked it. I shouldn't have done this. I could have waited a day. There's pressers tomorrow or there's games tomorrow. I fucked it. I could have waited another day.
Yep.
Why would you have a game where that happens and you don't like propagate it, but you almost encourage it by coming out with version 2.0 of the bonus point system, where it's not only like before where it's like, oh, CBI and they have their background back like log things that they do. It doesn't matter. But now they're saying we're doing it a new way where you have your game finishes, you think you have your points, and then 24 hours later, we might change them.
We change your points. You think Saka got 3 bonus points. You captained him. You're feeling good.
Don't ask me why.
Do not ask.
I will not display the information. Do not ask me why. It's like, what are we doing
I
here?
need to reemphasize this. People think we're like trolling. This is a literal
This is what happened.
On the Premier League website. It says what the rules say. Data is supplied by Opta and will not be changed after the last day of the game week has been marked as final. We will not enter into discussion around any of the statistics used to calculate this score for any individual match.
We will not enter in any discussion. No discussion whatsoever. What? Why would you make all of this? So they're just adding more, they're adding more feel bad moments of playing the game and engaging with the game. Like these are just moments that it feels awful. Playing the game and this happens, it feels fucking awful.
In 1999, Yahoo Fantasy Sports had live scoring. You had to pay $9.99 for Stat Tracker back then, but they had live scoring updates. Your player gets a touchdown. Oh, I got fucking 6 points. Amazing. Fast forward to 2024. My player plays at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday, and I have to wait till Monday night until I can be like, oh, he got 2 bones. Nice. What? My captain plays 10 a.m. Saturday, blanks in a fucking 4-goal game, Saka. Oh, yes, he got 3 bones. It's actually important. Good. It's actually huge. He got way more points than Haaland, even in a blank. Huge. Nope. Monday night. Oh, down to 1 bone. Didn't fucking matter in the end.
And the other thing, too, that was flat is like FF Scout, right? Fantasyfootballscout.co.uk. Not .com because they can't afford less characters in England. But the
M is for America.
They are obviously like very in bed with towers, whoever, whatever basement bed
they might be the towers. I don't even know.
It could be. I don't know.
It could be.
They wrote an article about why Saka got 3 bonus points in a 6-goal game where he didn't return.
Did they?
They wrote a fucking article with statistics like notated it was a fucking article. Next day, 1 bonus point. So I don't get it where it's like there's this, they have the system that infuriates the fan. Infuriates me. Maybe no one else knows or gives a shit, but it's just like, why? It's just why? It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. Like, just do normal things that make people that play your game like happy and enjoy it. And the rules are clear and it makes sense. And there's no subterfuge. Like, this is like covert MI6 subterfuge game of fantasy football. It's like, don't make it hard. Like, just make it fucking easy.
I don't even know where to track this shit. Like, I was literally looking on like official FPL Twitter, like FPL updates, like all this shit. I'm like, there's not even anywhere that says Saka got 2 less bones. I just need to like freaks in our Discord are just Saka dropped to 1 bone, and I'm like, what? What
people
are you
just
talking
like
about?
refreshing, like refresh, like it's like it's
they're checking their phone,
like
666.
Like the game's coming out and they want a good team ID. They're just like, am I going to get bonus points? Am I gonna? Yeah, that's basically what is happening.
Yeah, like if a game ends and your guy's on like 28 BPS and the rest of the teammates are on 30 plus, you're refreshing because he might get bones.
Yeah, you're spamming it.
You have 72 hours later, he might get a bonus point. So you got to refresh for 72 hours. Only way to play. Feels good. Great game. What a fucking dumb thing. And
So
it's still,
dumb.
I still want to go back to the core point. Why are there even bonus points?
I don't know.
There's
I don't
no
know.
fantasy game I've ever played that's just like,
I don't know.
here's some arbitrary sprinkles on top of the actual reality of where points come from.
I don't know. I mean, even in Fuckle with the Budweiser King, that is also just ridiculous. Like, it's so stupid.
The dumbest thing ever.
It's the dumbest thing
Some
ever. Where it's just
fucking
like
idiot
the
eating a sandwich
DM
just says, oh, that guy was the best player of the game.
Yeah, or
and
it's like,
that guy
oh,
gets more points.
Yeah, or it's like a 0-0. It's like this guy had more clearances and they were getting pummeled. So versus like it's ridiculous.
It's dumb as hell, but I prefer it because it's not like
it's not as impactful.
And FPL is trying to make it seem like it's like, oh, it's some advanced statistical thing that actually shows this player deserved. Fuck off. What are you talking about? It's complete
actually
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of numbers that add up together that are fucking meaningless. Doesn't mean they were the best player. Doesn't mean anything. At least with the Fuckle one, someone was
watch the game
allegedly
and
with
best
a brain.
player.
Yeah, they're just like, that guy was just
fine. And it's
the
one
best
guy, like
and
whatever.
It's one person.
Yeah, it's not impacting the whole thing as much. Yeah,
fine.
And it's 3 points instead of 6. If not, sometimes it's fucking 12. Like the amount of bonus points that can stack if they tie or whatever. It's like, but it's I mean, you're not, because the idea of the bonus point system to reward players
stupid
who don't get goals and assists or clean sheets of like where to make picks that aren't picks. That's never happened. That's literally never happened. No one has ever gotten Conte because he gets a lot of recoveries. Because it's fucking bullshit. It's so fucking stupid.
Never happened and never will happen.
Just eliminate it. Like, no one enjoys it. It aggravates everybody. It's ridiculous. It's just fucking stupid. Like, just get rid of it. It's not fun. It's just
goals scored by forwards are worth more than goals scored by midfielders. What the fuck is that? Why does that make any sense?
And then it's like, oh, the guy who scores a goal gets fucking more than 4 points. Like, just get 4 points. Like, get
why
5 points,
is Evan
get 4
Nielsen
points.
getting max bones and Semenya's getting no bones?
Yeah, one player didn't play in the game. One was the best player on
the pitch,
and one did nothing.
And they both got a goal.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Insane.
Why
That's how
is
it
his
works.
goal worth more? It makes no sense.
It's insane. It's fucking insane. It's insane. It's
they
so
make a forward goal
infuriating.
worth 1 less point than a midfielder for no reason, whatever, dumb as shit. And then they counterbalance that by saying, but if a forward scores, he gets a three extra points. So a forward goal is actually worth 7.
It's just
and a
so
midfielder goal is worth 5.
It's just so stupid. And that's the other thing too, where they talk about like having fouls or dispossessed or like this and that as like being, plus or minus. It's not even like indicative of how well the player's playing almost, because it's like there are times where like with Semenya, for example, I don't know, maybe he lost the ball 4 times. And like there's a time where it's like where I'm watching Doku and I'm like, oh, you're a fucking dog shit. Like you're doing this 12 times and you successfully dribbled 3 times. So it's like you're not getting bonus points and you're just like a joke. But with Semenya, it's like, say he does it 6 times and then, he wins it 3 times and loses it 4. I don't know what it is, but
whatever.
Like there's a level of like the activity where it's like, if you're active, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're actually fucked.
The more
if you're active,
stuff you do, the worse fucked. You are on bones.
How is that good? Like, how is that the point?
I mean,
did anyone want that to be the point?
To, like the first ever Kaylee fireside. And then he was like, yeah, but he gets a lot of big chances. And I was like, oh, but big chances are like kind of bad in FPL because if you miss them, you're out of bones. It's like getting a fucking red card if you miss a big chance. And it's just like, what are we doing?
That is so backwards. It's so fucking backwards that if you miss a big chance, you're getting negative. That's literally the definition.
Of negative.
Like you want to buoy the underlying stats, like being in position and taking a big chance is good. So if you miss it, you get the negative of missing a big chance is you don't get a goal.
Yes.
So you get minus
That's
4 from
the negative.
That's the negative.
It's a huge negative.
But now it's in double negative. So it's like, what's happening? Like just because it's so fucking stupid, dude. It's just so dumb.
It's awful.
It's so dumb.
It's fucking awful.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. It's really,
and they make it
really
worse
crazy.
Every year. Like now, all of a sudden, goalies are getting bonus points because they fucking pass to their center back more, or like they make 3 saves. It's like, why is that good? Like they're fucking goalies. Like who gives a shit? Why is Rye getting bonus points? I don't know. And he's fucking just standing in between his sticks. Like it's ridiculous.
It's gonna keep getting worse because. Well, we have evidence of it. We have evidence that it's going to keep getting worse, right? Because they keep trying to solve these problems of like, oh no one's buying the like promoted team center back. Oh no one's buying this DM, whatever the fuck. So they keep trying to like tweak the points so that like, oh, like goal line clearances are worth 3 times as much as a tackle. So maybe, fucking Greaves will get more of those or what. Like nothing makes sense. They're just stacking more shit. What was the Lombardi quote I said? You can't make chicken salad with chicken shit.
Salad with chicken shit, yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They just keep adding more chicken shit to the fucking mixing bowl. And it's just worse every time.
It's ridiculous.
It's so insane.
They need to remove bonus points. That's the solution is remove bonus points. Period.
It's so easy.
They're so bad.
Nothing.
It has nothing.
All
it adds is it just makes people have less fun. Like that's all it adds.
Every fantasy game in the world doesn't have like made up points that don't happen.
Could you
in real life.
imagine in fantasy football and NFL if they had fucking bonus points where it's like the best player got 9 points and the second best player got 7 points and the third best player got 6 points? It's like who's coming up like. Yeah. Like the field goal kicker gets extra 9 points.
And it has to be arbitrary bullshit. Yeah. Because that's how bonus points work. It's like bullshit. How many like holding penalties did this offensive lineman get? Is like, he's fucked for bones. He got a fight, 2 false starts. Oh my God. Who lost his team the game? Best left tackle in the league, but like, bonus points. He's completely fucked. It's just like I can't even fucking handle it, dude.
It's ridiculous. And it's also because I think the thing is just number go up. Like people like getting higher number.
Yep.
So like, oh, like, my number goes up. Like I like this. And like they're happy with it. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe the mystery chip is eliminate all bonus points all season.
God, kill them all.
Eviscerate all the bonus points from everyone's team.
Oh my God.
Button.
It's a huge reset. Nuke.
Now we're cooking.
Now
bonus
we're cooking.
Points have never existed and will never exist again. Click
Adjusting everyone's all-time ranks. Everyone's in shambles.
That'll only take them like 18 months to sort out in the coding room.
I think all of the UK would lose power if that happened. Just be done for.
The Midlands is just like
oh God, it's a fucking black hole. All right, dude. Well, anyway, that was long, much needed rant because this fucking game.
The bonus points have been grinding me since like the second game week this year. It's out of control how bad it is.
Yep. They made this whole big thing about the new bonus point system, and it's worse than it's ever been, as usual.
Just make sure not to ask me any questions. I will not engage in any conversation.
I can't even believe that shit. And I love how they can't even put someone's name on the thing. It's the scout.
No one works there.
The scout said this. The scout said that.
It's an AI robot. I mean, that fucking stupid person that emailed us about something.
Oh my God.
Whoever that fucking dumb fuck was. And we're just like,
I need to email
don't email us. Like, we're not part of the content community. Like, don't ask us anything ever. Like, we don't want to respond. We don't want to be a part of this. Like, don't think we're part of you. Like, we hate you.
Yes,
like,
we're addicted to your game, but you're the fucking worst.
You're a fucking nightmare. Don't email us for feedback ever. We're not going to an award show. No. Don't talk to us. Like, just fucking leave us alone.
Yes.
It's insane.
Yes. Oh my God. All right. On that note, let me slap asses for more people that can join us in our cave of hatred and new anus slaps, new Patreon signups. Mark Ainsworth, Gregory M, Kobe Baby, Bjorn, Backathan, Clay, Victor Ass, Callum Houston, John Gibbons, Tanner, Moses Sola, Amit Golden, Andreas Thompson, Meaty Frog. Slap the ass, baby. Get in there. Oh, I feel good.
Is it
we
Gibbo?
Got things off the chest. Yeah, Gibbo. Is it Gibbo? I think all the Liverpool fans just their ears just went, what? What did he just say? John Gibbons? Is it Gibbo? If it's Gibbo, please reach out to us.
Yeah.
Actually, don't speak to us. We will not discuss if you're Gibbo or not. Any last words, dude?
I'll see you tomorrow, dog.
I'll see you tomorrow. Check us out at FMLFPL.com. Follow us on Twitter at FMLFPL Sports page. Click on /subscribe. Rate, review.